In the age of social media, relationships are no longer just personal. Relationships don't simply end. They are content. They are commentary. They echo. They replay. They are dissected, debated, and distorted, sometimes long after the people involved have moved on, and sometimes they become battlegrounds for strangers with opinions. Today we're discussing the highly publicized marriage and divorce of Alicia Kim and Boo, a couple who once shared their lives across 2 YouTube channels, inviting viewers into their home, their love, and their daily routines. But when the marriage ended, what followed wasn't just heartbreak. It was online warfare. Vloggers giving opinions. Creators attacking each other. Speculation surrounding Alicia's pregnancy. Accusations, counter-accusations, YouTube channels, reaction creators, and opinion vloggers who have shaped a narrative that went far beyond facts, as well as women bashing a family they've never met. This is not just a story about a divorce. It's a case study in how YouTube culture often turns real human pain into entertainment, how opinion turned into attack, how speculation turned into judgment, and how pregnancy became controversy. Alicia Kim and Boo were known online as a YouTube couple, documenting everyday life, relationship moments, and personal milestones, shared routines. Viewers watched them cook, talk, laugh, disagree, reconcile, and play pranks on each other. Their content wasn't flashy. It wasn't celebrity-driven. It was relatable. That relatability is exactly what drew people in, and familiarity builds emotional investment. Audiences felt included. They felt protective. They felt entitled. Viewers felt like they knew them. They watched arguments. They watched reconciliations. They watched love unfold, and eventually unravel, and as their content grew, so did expectations. Together, Alicia and Boo ran 2 YouTube channels, allowing followers to feel invested not just in the content, but in the relationship itself. And when you invite the public into your marriage, the public often feels entitled to an explanation when it ends. As time went on, subtle changes appeared in the content. The energy shifted. The chemistry felt strained. Uploads became inconsistent. Eventually, the marriage ended. What should have been a private and painful transition quickly became public debate. Instead of space for healing, the internet demanded answers. Why did they divorce? Who was at fault? Was someone lying? Was someone hiding something? And soon YouTube commentary channels stepped in, not to inform but to speculate. Once the separation became public, reaction videos flooded YouTube. Some creators claimed they were just giving opinions. Others positioned themselves as investigators. A few framed themselves as defenders of truth. But many crossed a line. Commentary turned into character attacks. Creators began analyzing Alicia's personality, her decisions, her behavior, often without direct evidence, and often with clear bias. They also started to pick apart the fact that they were in an age gap relationship and the fact that Boo filed for her to immigrate to the United States. Instead of focusing on verifiable facts, videos leaned heavily into assumptions, hearsay, emotional speculation, body language analysis, reading between the lines, past uploads, tone of voice, Instagram posts, timing of announcements. And when creators disagreed with each other, the drama multiplied. Vloggers attacked other vloggers for having opposing views. Disagreements turned personal, with vloggers accusing each other of clout chasing, lying, protecting narratives, manipulating audiences, or being morally corrupt. This wasn't about Alicia and Boo anymore. It became about who could control the narrative. Then came the moment that escalated everything. Alicia announced her pregnancy. Instead of congratulations, the internet responded with interrogation. Who is the father? When did the relationship begin? Does the timeline overlap with the marriage? Speculation exploded. Some creators openly questioned her character. Others implied infidelity without proof. Comment sections became hostile, judgmental, and cruel. And in the middle of it all, Alicia, largely silent, became the target. What's often overlooked is this. Pregnancy is not a scandal, but YouTube turned it into one. Instead of respecting boundaries, certain vloggers treated Alicia's body and unborn child as public property. This is where commentary crossed into harassment. One of the most troubling aspects of this saga was the obsessive speculation about the child's father. Unverified claims were presented as theories. Names were hinted at. Other women were dragged into the narrative. Some creators claimed insider knowledge. Others repeated rumors from comment sections. And then came the secondary wave of attacks. Women allegedly connected to the situation publicly criticizing Alicia and her new family. None of this was confirmed. None of it was necessary. Yet it generated views. This is where we must ask. At what point does commentary become exploitation? Behind every viral video is a real human being. Alicia is a woman navigating divorce, pregnancy, and public scrutiny, all at once. A pregnant woman became content. An unborn child became speculation. No amount of disclaimers can undo the damage caused by repeated character assassination. Studies consistently show that online harassment leads to anxiety, depression, social withdrawal, long-term emotional trauma. And yet, some creators justify their behavior by saying, "She put her life online. She should expect criticism." But expecting feedback does not mean consenting to abuse. Here is the hard truth. Many YouTubers criticizing Alicia are not protecting truth. They are protecting engagement metrics. If you are a creator, ask yourself why you're speaking. Are you adding insight or adding fuel? Are you informing or instigating? Are you helping or harming? Are you observing or exploiting? Are you building or tearing down? You do not know these people personally. You are not entitled to every detail of their lives. And tearing down a stranger will never improve your own. There is power in focusing on your own growth instead of policing someone else's healing. This story is not about picking sides. It's about accountability, especially for creators with platforms. Alicia Kim and Boo's marriage ended. But what followed exposed something bigger. A culture that profits from pain, speculation, and outrage. Divorce is complex. Pregnancy is vulnerable. Healing is not linear. YouTube often flattens people into characters. The villain, the victim, the liar, the clout chaser. Real life is not that simple. If YouTube is going to mature as a platform, creators must learn that empathy does not weaken content, it strengthens it. Because behind every headline, every rumor, and every viral clip, there is a human being trying to survive the noise. You do not need to destroy someone to grow your channel. Your life, your journey, your growth. That is where your power lies. Alicia Kim and Boo's marriage ended. But the internet refused to let the story end there. This discussion isn't about sides. It's about reflection. Because someday, another creator will go through something similar. And the question is, will YouTube be kinder then? Or will it repeat the cycle?